Now at 6, bikers in Joplin come together to celebrate our nation's independence and freedom. Plus, Carl Junction kicks off 4th of July celebrations with a parade, and residents in Hepler, Kansas get it on the 4th of July spirit with, we'll take you there and see all the fun.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Storms in our area this 4th of July. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Anthony Saviello. We'll go straight to Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy for the latest.
Yeah, it's been very hot, very humid for us all day long today, but we are going to get scattered thunderstorms that really start getting going as we go through the next several hours. Still hot, still humid, mid to upper 90s. Heat indices upwards of 112 at Grand Lake, 109 in Commerce. So very hot, very humid, and in the yellow, so mainly along and south of I-44, we do have that threat for strong to severe storms as we go through the evening hours. You can start to see these guys popping up. So one cluster, northeastern Oklahoma, another one, southern parts of McDonald County into northwestern parts of Benton County. So these are going to expand off toward the north and to the east as we go through the next several hours. We are going to have a severe threat as these continue to get going. Main threat's going to be hail and gusty winds, of course. We're going to talk more about these storms on the holiday weekend here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. The city of Pittsburgh had a wide variety of events for our nation's birthday. Early in the morning, they had a 5K run, a fishing derby, and a pickleball tournament. Then a little later, they had a baby contest and a bocce tournament and $1 swim day at the Aquatic Center, all while arts, crafts, and food vendors were set up for people to enjoy.
Just for the community to get out here and enjoy themselves. That's the main goal, is just give people something to do and enjoy and meet new people or just have a time to spend with their family.
At 6:30, live music will kick off. Then the celebration will be capped off, hopefully tonight at 10, with a fireworks display. Bike lovers in Joplin hung out at the Hideout Harley-Davidson dealership. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
And that's the sound of freedom, according to Harley-Davidson in Joplin.
The American freedom and riding the motorcycle is your own personal freedom.
The Harley-Davidson crew wanted to celebrate Independence Day with hot dogs and bikes.
Today we're open on the 4th, which not a lot of Harley-Davidson dealerships are, so we're super thankful to be open today and serve our community. So we're offering hot dogs and just kind of hanging out with the crew, all that good stuff. We enjoy having people out and just hanging out with them.
According to the manager, Harley's been a part of American culture for more than a century.
Motorcycles, there's nothing more American than a Harley-Davidson motorcycle, right? They were established in 1903, so they've been around for a long, long time. Fun fact, Ford Motor Company was also started in 1903, so we kind of go way back, so it's nice to have that long-running establishment in the United States.
Most motorcycle lovers agree that revving on an open road is freedom.
It can be a little toasty at times riding in this hot weather, but as long as you're out riding around, you're gonna enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I love going out and feeling the wind in my hair, and it's awesome.
Reporting in Joplin, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Hideout Harley-Davidson's 4th of July Grill and Chill ended today at 2 p.m. Folks in Hepler, Kansas had their own celebration today. This is the second day of their Ruritan Club Rodeo. However, there were plenty of Independence Day themed events this morning, including a parade themed swimming through history, a cakewalk, and kids games.
This is an annual event, and I'm not sure how many years the parade's been going on, but the 4-H Club has been kind of in charge of getting it together every year. So the thought process is just to get people outside.
The rodeo kicks off tonight at 8 p.m. with a fireworks display planned afterwards. 4th of July celebrations continue in Carl Junction today. The city put on a 4th of July parade earlier today to kick off Independence Day festivities. The parade began on Broadway and ended on Main Street. Those who wanted to participate in the parade were able to do so free of charge. Organizers say it's a great way to celebrate our country and those who have served.
Well, we just love to honor our veterans, the people who signed that blank check for their life and service to our country, and we want a way to celebrate that as a community and just get together and have a good time.
Spending time with your family, you know. Really enjoy the time here in Carl Junction, and it's just fun time.
Prizes for those who participated in the parade were also given out afterwards. Coming up, a change to Kansas's biggest school district in regards to its discipline policies. Plus, a K-9 officer that passed away last month in Missouri is remembered by the community he protected. The largest school district in Kansas must revise its discipline policies after a Department of Justice investigation. As Brandon Stitt reports, the changes apply directly to how students of color and those with disabilities are treated within Wichita Public Schools.
A 35-page settlement agreement between Wichita Public Schools and the U.S. Department of Justice, forcing the school district to make drastic changes to discipline and handling of students with disabilities. The 2022 DOJ investigation found three main areas of concern for the district: racial discrimination against black students in the area of school discipline, also racial discrimination when referring students to police or security, and inappropriate seclusion and restraining of students with disabilities. School district leaders now addressing the investigation and how they plan to enact the necessary changes.
There's a lot of families, African American families in our district that probably have experienced it, right, or have felt that this is real, that there are differences between how discipline has been administered.
You can't have a one-size-fits-all for any solution like this, but to really begin to engage the community, we need our community partners, our faith-based communities, to come together to really work within our schools and with us and with our students and our families as well.
The point for me is that we can and will do better moving forward, right?
In doing better, the school district plans to change their student code of conduct policy. A new district-wide office will have oversight on behavior and discipline management, and seclusion will no longer be used.
A little later, a dine and dash ends with a splash.
Plus, we are going to have some thunderstorms popping up as we go through the evening hours. Those details coming up. Well, of course, hot, humid outside for us today. Temperatures upper 90s. Heat indices have been about 105 to 112 throughout the day. We do have some cumulus clouds starting to pop up. Of course, a lot of people have outdoor activities or just hanging out outside, grilling, whatever. And of course, a lot of people are going to be shooting fireworks off as we get into the evening hours. But we do have scattered thunderstorms which are going to be popping up. Everybody in the yellow. So this is a severe threat for us as we go through the evening hours, mainly along the south of Interstate 44. And already we're starting to get these storms getting going. One cluster northeastern Oklahoma, another one down into McDonald County, and then these trail all the way back through northeastern Oklahoma. So all this moisture is going to spread off toward the north end to these. Pretty good supercell here just north of Nowata, very electric, just south of Coffeyville. This will spread into southeastern Kansas, most likely toward Oswego and Columbus as we go through about the next hour or so. Another cluster developing some northern parts of Benton County, so Bella Vista to Jane to Pineville. This will spread through McDonald County and then into Berry County as we go through the next couple hours. And additional storms, of course, are going to fill in between these two cells as we go through the next few hours. So we are going to be dodging some storms. Look how they flare up. Here's about 7:30 to 8 o'clock clusters, southeastern Kansas, Oklahoma, and into southwestern Missouri. Let's go a little bit farther. So now we're looking at about 9 p.m. Thunderstorms rolling through the metro into northwestern Arkansas, still back through northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Let's work a little bit later. So now we're at about 10:30 to 11. The model's always a little bit quicker than what that time is. So about 10:30 to 11, all these showers and thunderstorms pushing out of here. And then we look pretty good as we go through the rest of the overnight hours. If we get anything severe, which I do anticipate to have a few severe thunderstorm warnings, main threat here is going to be large hail and gusty winds. Also some decent amounts of rain, which we need, just not the exact timing on today. Temperature still sitting into the mid to upper 90s. Heat indices out there right now, still 112 at Grand Lake, 108 in Anderson, cooling off in our northern counties, and that's what we're going to see as we slide back through the 80s, 70s, and that humidity is going to drop. We have a cold front that is pushing through that is firing off these showers and thunderstorms. All right, let's go to the noon hour tomorrow. Near 80, mid 80s during the afternoon. Quite a bit cooler, about 13 degrees cooler, and the humidity is pretty much going to be gone. Tomorrow night, we drop back into the low to mid 60s, so a pretty nice night. And then Saturday looks great again. A little bit warmer, high temps right around 90, but still, the humidity is not going to be that bad. 68 in the morning, 83 by noon, 85 by 4. I think our high temp tomorrow right around 86 degrees, which is going to feel pretty good. So if you're hitting the lakes, creeks, or whatever, it looks pretty good. 86 tomorrow, 90 on Saturday, 92 on Sunday. Some thunderstorms back in late Sunday into Monday.
Might want to light off those fireworks now, otherwise you're going to be up pretty late trying to do it this evening.
Yeah, hopefully most of these will be out of here by 10.
Sure.
Which isn't too late.
No, not too bad. All right. Thanks, Doug. A Missouri woman is presumed dead after being swept away by floodwaters Wednesday afternoon. No barricades were present when the car entered Perch Creek and quickly became overtaken by fast-moving water. A passerby rescued the driver, hoisting them onto the roof of the car, but the vehicle was swept away before the passenger could escape. The driver was taken to the hospital for evaluation. According to Boone County Fire Protection, locals were well aware the area is prone to flooding. Rescue crews are searching the tree line for the missing woman as they wait for the floodwaters to recede.
Unfortunately, there were no barricades up at the time that the vehicle entered the water. This is a known flooding spot. This is nothing new for this area. The people that live here have seen this, so they understand it and they know it floods.
In Missouri, an alleged dine and dash crime ended with a splash. It happened last week at the Fish and Company restaurant at Lake of the Ozarks. Leanna Bertels says the group that left the restaurant and walked down the dock to a boat, she followed them to remind them they didn't pay for the $150 bill. That's when she says they grabbed her wrist, pulled her into the water, and took off. The restaurant's general manager says they've now made changes because of the incident.
Whenever I hit the water, they all decided to start laughing and cheering, which was really hurt.
We've kind of got it now to where if you're going to chase somebody down, let somebody know you're going down there, take somebody with you, either way. That way there's somebody there that can see what's going on for sure.
A Missouri community is honoring a canine officer that died after completing a shift. The canine dog named Horace passed away last month after being left in a hot vehicle overnight. Grace Heitman has more.
Community members gathered at the unmarked grave of the officer Horace to pay their respects by leaving flowers and tokens on the grave. The community took to social media to express outrage of how the death of Canine Horace has been handled. Community members discovered the final resting place of Canine Horace through a community-led search on social media, which is near the intersection of 3rd Street and Benton, east of the Savannah Cemetery. The exact location was confirmed by Savannah Police Chief David Vincent this morning.
Still ahead, the Joplin Outlaws spend their 4th of July on the road in Texas, and it's another year of the annual hot dog eating contest. Brock Baldridge joins us for that story and more up next.
Happy 4th of July. The Joplin Outlaws are fighting for second place in the Mid-American League standings. Joplin spends their 4th of July evening battling in East Texas. Well, the Outlaws are a bit of a slump, winning 2 of their last 6 games, but they're in the battle for the Timberhawks for the final time this season. This game is scheduled for 7:05 p.m. I'll have a score update from that later tonight at 10. Well, the St. Louis Cardinals celebrate their Independence Day on the road this year. St. Louis is finally starting to create some separation for second place in the National League Central standings. Cardinals are on the road taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Multiple players dressed in their Team USA gear. Top of the second, no score. Dylan Carlson ropes this down the line. That one goes into the corner. The throw to home plate is not in time as Donovan rounds the bases and scores. Cardinals take a 1-0 lead after the RBI double. 4th inning now, same score as Brian Reynolds steps up and hammers this one deep to center field and clear the deck. Solo home run. That ball goes into the shrubs. Pirates even the score. It's now a 1-1 ball game. This game goes into extra innings, still tied up at 1 apiece. Pedro Pages sends a rocket up the middle, and that gets down for a base hit. Outfielder can't make the play. It's an RBI double. Then the Cardinals take the lead. Later in the inning, Alec Burleson drops in an RBI single. That adds another run. St. Louis wins the series. Cardinals win it 3-2 in extra innings. In Kansas City, things get wrapped up before the MLB All-Star break. Royals look to win the series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Alec Marsh takes the mound for the series finale. We'll check in with that score later tonight at 10. In Wednesday night's Texas Rangers game, a fan gets a little risky as he attempts to catch a foul ball. The fan jumped on top of the Padres dugout and fell into the protective netting, losing his beer and all. Security escorted the fan out of the stadium after the failed attempt for a foul ball, but the Padres convinced the security guard to let the fan return to his seat later in that game. Well, nothing says America and the 4th of July like the Nathan's Famous hot dog eating contest in Coney Island. The contest went on without Joey Chestnut for the first time since 2005. Patrick Bertoletti holds off Jeffrey Esper to win the mustard belt by eating 58 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes for his first career title. Now, eating 58 hot dogs is hard enough, but you got to do it with the buns as well and the water. I mean, that's pretty tough to do.
How many do you think you could do?
I don't know if I can do one in 1 minute.
I think I could do 10. At least
10 in 1 minute?
10.
Oh, we got to test this.
No. Maybe after the show.
Yeah, sure. Our own hot dog eating contest. All right. Thanks, Brock. That's it for sports. We'll back with more after this. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We'll check out the Red, White, and Boom event in Carthage, plus what new data reveals about the spike in violence during the summer months, and a new study reveals some new details about the surprisingly dangerous predators known as hippos. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. And you can be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports. Just download our KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. Final weather.
Yeah, so we have showers and thunderstorms, which have been popping up over the past couple hours. In fact, we have one severe thunderstorm warning already. This is in Nowata County, so this is northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Also the Cell in southern McDonald County, northern Benton County, the lightning is picking up a little bit, so it is strengthening. And we'll see some additional ones that start to get going as well. Let's check out your 7-day forecast because it looks better, actually a 10-day forecast. 86 tomorrow, humidity is going to be lower, 90 on Saturday.
All right, and final sports note.
Yeah, Joplin Outlaws, they're on the road tonight, so, it's too bad that they're not home. But, however, we hope they can get the fireworks going for themselves, get those bats going.
Absolutely.
But also, speaking of hot dogs, Anthony, I know we can see if you can get that hot dog contest
I'm
out.
not going to eat 10 hot dogs.
Yeah.
Not going to do it. Well, from all of us here at KOAM, stay safe during your 4th of July. Have a great 4th of July. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.